So, following a stressful day with intrigues, battles, and new plans, Boss's sleep was interrupted by a visit from a certain old friend who you all left behind. Having discovered that you were all still alive, he had contacted Bosk in hope of learning what you'd all been up to. However, he was quickly ejected by Cinephon. As you all started making preparations to head into the forest without Ken in search of the AAL that you suspect to be there, Bosk received a letter from the mayor of Berkel requesting him to partake in the upcoming festivities. And now, with the three of you and your new companions, Lucy, having concluded your business at Aswald's, you exit the building to find Merg waiting for you. As he approaches, he passes to each of you a small pouch containing a fair bit of gold pieces and another sorted coins.
Silver.
Yes.
I forgot to add silver there.
Good job.
So 21 gold and 12 silver.
Who gave us 21 gold and 12 silver?
Merg. Merg's here.
Gave each
Listen,
of you that.
Listen.
Merg then shrugs. Apparently those bugbears had raised a real stink with a whole lot of people. Turns out several different people in groups, other than just the farmers, had tossed in coin for more incentive to get rid of them. Since I took the job. So, there was actually almost 100 gold that was waiting there for me. So when I went to claim the rewards, I was like, well, why not? I'll take it. So here's your guys' cut of that one.
Merg then looks to Lucy for a moment.
Though I suppose this is just pocket change compared to the payout of the big jobs we have ahead of us for the next long while. Not that saving two dying goddesses is its own reward and whatnot, but I'm not going to say any no to any coins that happen to come our way. Anyway, where's you next?
Lucy raises her arm. The City Hall! She forming a fist enthusiastically before what looks to be an ornamented walking stick of sorts materializes in her hand with a faint white glow. She takes a few steps forward before pausing for a moment to turn back to you all. Right? I think?
That would be our first order of business, I think. Unless, of course, there is anything more pressing.
Just shakes her
looks
head.
around.
Not that I know of.
All right. I suppose that the City Hall it is then.
The City Hall! As it may begin to
how tall is Lucy again?
Very small.
She's, I think, 4'2".
She looks like she's not
She's almost the same size as Anaclisi. Maybe just a teeny bit shorter.
Hey!
It's like with her raising her fist in the air, her fist is at the height of like Bosk's lower abdomen.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's adorable.
She looks nice.
I'm taller than her. I'm 4'10".
Oh my god.
Yeah, Codex towers over her by almost 10 inches.
Nerdy. La musique time.
So many small goddesses.
So make your way forward. Seeing the streets busy with life. Before long, Lucy moves out to walk just ahead of you all. You hadn't really given her presence much thought in a very short travel to Aswald's, but now that you're on your way to your destination is much farther away, you all quickly begin to notice something peculiar. Which is that Lucy's movements are very fluid, with no hesitation or delay in her stride whatsoever. She moves with purpose, to the degree that it's almost as if she knows these streets like the back of her hand. You all make your way along the Church of Soothing Rays, and you come upon a particularly busy stretch of streets. And as expected, you find it to be rather heavy pedestrian traffic. With the Landfall Festival right around the corner, It has gone a long way to show just how active the streets of Berko can be. And as we come to the street ahead, Lucy spins to face you all while walking backwards with a small grin. Just keep moving and try to focus on keeping pace with me. Don't worry about anything else.
Fucking GPS goddess.
Yep.
Oh, it's better than that.
Oh,
I
nice
know.
book.
I'm sure. It's still a funny thought.
Fuck. That book. Gotta fix this.
What are you doing, Dork?
OBS thing.
Ting.
Then with a small hop, Lucy turns back around and continues forward towards the stream of people, not hindered in the slightest. You watch, a bit taken aback as Lucy walks almost seamlessly right in the crowd without pause or hesitation, weaving through the busy street as if its pedestrians were merely water. Despite this, none of you can shake the lingering sense of impending dread as you also enter the crowded street right behind it without slowing down, knowing precisely what would happen when doing something so foolish normally. But to your surprise, not only does no one seem to bump or crash into you, Before you find yourself able to keep up with her with seemingly minimal effort. You also find it suspiciously easy to navigate the crowd as well. In fact, you can't help but feel as if people are actually subtly stopping or moving just enough to be out of the way of you all, allowing you to pass without delay. Rask and Morzever, being individuals who are well accustomed to travel,
It's like weaving a bowling ball between like a full 10 set of pins.
Is that body cells at work?
There. I forgot to put that there.
Good job.
Okay, go on. Anyway, so start at the beginning of that again.
Uh-huh. You're able to pass without delay, thanks to this strange effect. And LABO and Spellboy, being individuals who are well accustomed to travel, this experience feels absolutely surreal. Because you both know all too well that this is not how traversing a busy street goes, not in the slightest.
Can I roll to figure out if
Sure.
like if this is like what kind? Because I'm pretty sure Bosk knows that this is like Azimuth shenanigans, but just what kind of shenanigans is this?
Roll Insight 3 times and Arcana twice.
Do the same.
Yeah, you can do the same.
God dang it! I rolled it in discussion. I'll,
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll both there so it doesn't
Okay.
conforce.
Insight 3 times.
Oh, and Perception once.
Okay, I'll roll that in the play channel.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Afric.
Natural one.
3 insight.
Oh, and by the way, we already forgot. I mean, I just reminded you.
What?
1 perception.
Noise?
And what was the other one? Insight, perception, and 2 arcana.
2 Arcana. And roll, both of you, let's see. Roll 6d4.
What?
Also, you can reroll that one. For reasons.
Oh, okay, I can
Nice.
redo that. I can redo the that one. You said?
Yep.
4 ones on a d4.
Alright, let me
That's
take a look at
something.
these. Alright. Alright, Bosk and Codex. The two of you, immediately you think that something's up because, people don't just,
Stop
passively let you through or seemingly, avoid you. And as you're reading the people who seem to just move or stop, they seem to not even notice you. As if their movements just happen without them realizing that it's happening. Or for whatever reason they're doing it, they don't know. But it's as if they don't even notice. And let's see, as far as Arcana goes... Actually,
Yes,
Perception first. See
yes,
that one?
Or I fat fingered and accidentally 60-34.
Good
Cheater.
job.
By the way, I have now added a new dice to my oblong shop.
Alright, it is very faint, but you're like, wait a minute. As you're walking, you notice the ground around you almost seems smaller or shorter than it should be. But it's very faint. And you also notice...
Shorter as in like distance?
As in distance. But you can't tell where it stops looking around. You just know because as you walk by some things, you're like, wait, that shouldn't be this short. Or that should be longer.
Bosky's like, looks down, then looks up, and just continues weaving through because he does not want to get a headache on figuring out how the hell does this work.
And as far as Arcana goes, there's definitely some fucking magic shenanigans going on here. But
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to be a spell, and that's what's really strange. You both notice that thing. Is like, whatever this is, it almost seems passive.
okay. Huh. Yeah, Bosky's like, yeah, this is Azimuth's shenanigans. Well, she's getting us through. I can figure this out later. Freaking distance, distortion, manipulation,
People seemingly stopping
yeah,
and moving
yeah.
without realizing they're doing it.
Huh.
But yeah, so then we continue here. Unless you
Yes.
guys have something you want to say or do.
Yeah.
Here's what these 64s are.
Disappointed that it's not 69.
Show you. You soon begin to realize. Yes, you soon begin to realize that the seemingly parting of the crowd to allow you to pass is not the only anomaly. You now notice that you're actually moving pretty fast. Too fast. In fact, the speed in which you travel presently is almost that as if you were sprinting, yet you very clearly putting in no more effort in your stride than that of a brisk walk to keep up with Lucy. And before you even realize it, you'll find yourselves already at the steps of the city hall. Can you move up for me? All the way over at EI 539. You actually find yourselves having to do a double take. All of you looking back the way you came to, only now realize just how much ground you all discovered in this very short period of time.
That is handy.
You look towards Lucy with a bit of confusion, I would imagine. She just smiles back at you.
A little bit, yeah.
She gives you a bright smile.
So I suppose that is what is to be expected of, well, thank you, Lucy.
What are you thanking me for? We're just walking.
We'll go with that.
See, you get it.
It's like, yeah, I'm not opening this kind of worms anymore.
Do you go
Any
inside?
further? I'd imagine so.
Alright. It's so tiny here. As you enter through the building's rather large doors.
Hold on.
Yes? Okay.
Get you the inside rolls first.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Still wondering what a 34-sided dice or 34-sided die would look like.
It would break reality is what it would.
I'm okay with that.
Some people aren't.
Aim for
I didn't
fives.
I don't recall asking those people whose opinion. Like seeing into reality, they are denying the reality of the situation.
Famous.
You gotta roll inside. I think you said you're going to.
I didn't though. I mean, I can.
Oh, I could have sworn that you did.
Well, there it is.
Sorry, I misheard. But so anyway, so Bosk, you look at her and she's got a bit of playful smugness to her smile. Codex, however, stop and think about it. You're like, wait. She's almost expectant, as if she just showed off, and is almost wants you to ask about it.
Yeah. Oscar's like, okay, she's playful.
She wants you to ask so she can say that is which she cannot say.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be the one who's gonna have to ask. If you want to.
Then I'm not playing her game.
So you guys just continue inside?
Both wizards are like, nope.
It's like too much magical fuckery for me now.
Fair enough. You find yourselves in the moderately sized lobby. The walls and floors are made of what looks to be marble, giving the building a very official business sort of feel to it. The room also has some decorative art pieces of statues carved from stone, along with a fair number of rather comfortable-looking seats. Across the way on the far side is a long desk manned by a handful of dwarven individuals, toiling away at what looks to be paperwork. A woman looks up upon noticing you enter and gives a warm smile. Welcome to Berkel City Hall. Is there anything I can help you gentlemen with?
What time is it currently? Like, it's morning, right?
It is around 11 a.m.-ish.
Okay, so morning.
I'd go to buy the things needed.
Oh wait, actually Codex would know it is precisely 11:04 a.m.
Keen mind!
Mind keen, yes.
It's like, good morning. Would the mayor be possibly available?
The mayor? Do you have prior business with him?
I got an invitation from him to visit us, the Storm Herald, and raises the cup like Gina.
Oh! Ah, you're the Storm Herald everyone's been talking about. It's a real pleasure to meet you. I take it...
Likewise.
She, kind of nervously offers her hand. As if to prompt a handshake.
Bosk returns it.
Tibet kind of chuckles nervously as she proceeds with it and retracts her hand. I take it that since you're here, you wish to formally accept or decline his offer?
I do plan on accepting it, however, I would like to discuss with the mayor first.
Oh. Alright,
Unless the mayor
Hold
is,
on
of
one
course,
section. Alright, anyway, you can continue that, man.
alrighty.
Like, go on, Fides.
Of course, unless the mayor is currently busy with the festival preparations and whatnot. However, I do plan on accepting his offer, yes.
That's fantastic. She trails off while grabbing a clipboard and briefly looking it over. Unfortunately, he is presently busy, so you're gonna have to wait to meet him. But would 10 a.m. work for you? And might I get your name while I'm at it?
Oh, it was Nick. Ah,
It was the following day.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I completely fucking dropped. Okay.
I rolled to see if he was busy. 92 says yes.
All right. Yeah, that was my bad. Let's see. 10 a.m. works just fine. The name would be, and would give the official name.
Lebowski.
So, no, Klektan.
Okay. Great.
Klektan Herrenkron of 12
Alright, great. Is there anything else I might be able to help you with?
And at this point, I'm just gonna buy the materials I need for my project. And
Do you inquire?
Yeah, you might inquire them from her.
Yeah.
In which case,
Wait, would Bask know? Yeah, Bask would know about the book shenanigans, of course, or the book plans.
yeah, he'd know about that.
At the moment, I do not have any more business for the city hall, but my friend here would. So, if you might extend a helping hand for him, that would be fantastic.
I'll see what I can do. And she turns towards you, Codex.
Inquire about getting the materials needed to pen that book.
She looks at you with a bit of a small grin before pointing towards the hallway to the west. Scholar in the know, eh? If you go down the west hallway over there and take a right at the end, the repository is at the end of that hallway. Just inquire with the receptionist there and they'll get you situated with whatever you might need.
I'm gonna do so.
And that is where Codex runs off. And we're gonna follow Codex for a minute.
Okay.
I should curious.
Okay.
So as you go down the hallway, you take a right, go to the far side, and sure enough, you see a very obviously labeled door that says repository.
Okay.
Do you enter le repository?
Well, obviously, I'd go into the room that was said. So,
And you notice when you enter, it's actually really small. This just seems to be like a little reception area. It's like surprisingly small. So you can only assume that the actual repository is off in the back. You see this male dwarven individual, looks to be rather elderly, just reading over some papers at a desk.
okay.
He does not seem to notice you. He looks pretty engrossed in what he's doing.
I walk over to the desk. Okay.
He still does not seem to notice you.
I clear my throat.
He blinks and looks up at you. Oh, sorry about that. How might I help you today, Kenku?
I inquire about purchasing the materials needed to do the book.
Ah, a scholar that knows, huh? Yeah, we tend to have extra materials on hand for anything that might be made to be put into the repository. However, we'll never say no to a scholar looking for some quality materials for a very important text. Might I ask exactly what you are making? He says that with a bit of curiosity. You actually roll insight.
Do not give the dwarven gentleman a heart attack.
He
Hell,
seems to be really interested and curious, but you can't read much else out of that.
I'm looking to make a book on, looking to write a book on Barita. Ah, good wording, Tommy. Good point.
On what bodies?
Oh, Codex can comment.
I know. I just.
So some
fucked up.
bodies you found. It's like, wait, what?
I didn't say bodies. I said finding.
Oh, finding. Okay. I swear to God,
Good
I heard
job.
bodies.
He gives it kind of like an interested nod, like, oh, must be pretty important then if you're looking for materials like this. I'll be right back. He then turns around and goes through a door off on the side. He's away for a good, like, 5 minutes. You know, you just find yourself just waiting. Eventually, he comes back with a few stacks of paper, which look to be very high-quality vellum by the looks of it, as well as some leather and also miscellaneous parts that you would put together for a tome. So this is like raw resources.
Yeah.
Here you go, sir.
I pay for them and I make my way to go back to my room in the inn to start working on this.
He gives you a nod with a wave. Have a good one. Meanwhile, back in the lobby, you all see just
I repeat that in his voice.
he actually stops and looks around the room as if like he didn't know where that came from.
Oh, is my stomach grumbling again?
He eventually just dismisses it and then goes back to his work. And then you all see Codex just kind of walk back and then head on out. Alright.
Going now, Codex.
I nod on my way out.
Alright. If you need anything, just let us know.
Again, another nod.
Alright, so then you head on out.
Yep, I head back to my room in the inn to start just dedicating as much time as I can towards this thing.
And that's the last of anyone saw for Codex for 3 days.
So if worst comes to worst, this is an insurance policy.
Hey, at least you'll get it done.
Yeah, definitely helps. So, with that,
Starting here.
you make your way out and back onto the streets of Berko. Lucy turns towards you. So, where's next? Amozova speaks up. I wanted to check what Thordran's up to. She was making some sort of gear for us. Curious what she's making.
Ah, true. We should probably go.
Alrighty. So you guys head up to the White Forge Smithy.
I think we're gonna
Right
go-
now it's Bosk,
Yeah.
Morziver, and Merrick. So it's mostly Box helming the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But Bosk would be interested in checking on Thordran rather on a random shopping street first, so.
To the White Forge it is. Will you be coming with us, Merrick?
Yeah, don't really have much else to do right now.
There you go. Nice.
Plus,
Plus, I'm
Nemo
curious
is
to see what
the
she's
road.
making.
I was just going to say that probably for you might be interesting to see.
No.
Alright, to the White Forge then.
As you all enter that fast stride, ducking and weaving throughout each individual person with not a break in your stride. You follow the elven girl into the crowds. It's just as surreal as the first time. I feel like you never get used to this bizarre party of crowds, but at the same time, you could very much get used to this. Before long, you find yourselves in front of the White Fort Smithy and make your way in. Almost waited through that. Uses superpower. Can walk really fast, but gets hiccups afterward. Once again, he greeted to the sound of metal being worked, and a very annoyed-looking Rangrim. However, as he notices you all enter, his demeanor perks up considerably, and the old dwarf greets you with a smile. Oi! Welcome, fellas. Good to see you lot again. How are ye? What can I... He turns to look towards the Katagida before he snaps his fingers and points to you, Bask. And grins. Well, spank me arse and call me a baboon. I fucking called it. A few folk came in here earlier this morning, describing the Storm Herald, to which I thought, wait a sec. I think I know who that is. Sure enough, it looks like I was right. I knew there was something special about you lot. I just wasn't expecting this. He shakes his head.
A lot has happened in the last... How long has it been? 3 days?
Merrick looks at you, shrug. Yeah, about that.
You lot lead an interesting life, is what I'm hearing.
That is a way to say it.
What?
Yeah, that'd be putting it lightly. We'll just say that a lot has happened in the past day and a half. Especially the last day.
Let me help you out a bit. You're coming over here for a reason, I take it. What can I do you for?
Well, we are heading for a rather long trip soon. Miss Tordran said that she will be at work here.
He
Might
folds
there
his
be any
arms.
progress?
He folds his arms with a frown. Funny you should fucking asked. We can grab up a handful of me finest hatchets and machetes and went to tear the bloody things apart. Not the goddamn edges clean off him. She did. Went on saying something about simple steel not being good enough for grabbing a few pounds of mithril and refitting him with mithril edges for some god's-forsaken reason. The bloody fucking hatchets and machetes. The fuck did he need mithril edges for? You're planning to hack down a forest full of ironwood or some shite?
He looks at you both expectant and a little confused. Roll insight.
It's like, what the fuck's the mithril gonna do? Yeah, you know where we're going, right? Dirty 20.
Nice.
So he looks at you and you can tell that he's wondering just like, why the fuck do you need mithril bladed tools? He's just giving you a look of just disbelief and curiosity, because it's like, you don't just put expensive ass mithril on cheap ass tools.
And as that happens, you hear Thordan's voice. We may as well be. 'Cause we ain't walking down no normal plants, I tell you that much. Hell, I take a forest of ironwood any day to where we're going. She walks out, walks into the room. And Rangan just...
Wait, did she say a forest of iron?
I take a forest of
Ironwood.
ironwood any day.
Okay.
You would know just off the top of your head that those are really fucking hard trees. They're called ironwood for a reason.
Okay.
And that's another thing. She won't bloody tell me what she needs them for. Just where she's planning on going. What's a ye even care, blooming old man? Since we're doing here, we'll be out of your life again. It's not what ye wanted, Grandad. Rangrim looks at her for a few moments. Before sighing. So he turns his attention back to you all. And yeah, I took a long breath for that one too. It's straight with me, lads. Where on your teth is ye all going that requires such custom tools? And remember, I hate liars.
And folds his arms and just looks at you expectantly.
I hate moral dilemmas.
Take your time to think about it. I'm sure there are no consequences whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's either that she comes with us or she doesn't. If I had to guess. Any insight, Yami?
Also, I just noticed this looks like this.
Yami? Oh. He's muted. Mm.
Hang on. I fix it. Yami,
Any
would you
ins-
like to inside or do anything here?
Remember I went back to my end of my room at the end of the other
No, I'm at. Yeah.
He's asking you as a player.
Yeah, I'm asking you because.
I was muted because I went to the bathroom, so what?
Oh yeah. Hi.
So essentially, she's working on some tools, and Ragram's like, the fuck do you need mithril bladed tools for? The fuck, where are you going? And so then she's like, wow, what do you fucking care? And he's like, I do care. And then asks you guys, be straight with me, lads. Where on the Otethys are y'all going that requires such custom tools? And then he says, remember, I hate liars.
Yeah.
Be
Fortunately,
honest.
that was.
That's my insight. Be honest
go-
to the
he's
point
gonna-
of which you can say.
I
Do
mean.
you want to tell him then that
I
you're
mean,
going into the forest?
Yeah,
Or-
because the moment we tell him that, like, at least, I think that based on that letter that he gave with Thordrine, like when we first met, when Thordrine first joined us, it was like, yeah, she's fucking talented, and don't you like? Basically, like he still cares. He cares a lot. He's just like, he just doesn't want to admit it. So if we tell him we're going to the forest, he's gonna be like, "Oh no, young lady, you're not going there, and we're gonna have to go without Thordrine." Is what I'm afraid of.
Liars.
Well, you don't know
Maybe.
that.
I don't.
You don't know that.
Can
So
I
what
insight
else
him?
did-
Can I insight
Sure.
Rangrim?
Sure.
So rolling fights.
Yeah, Yami.
Say, be honest, but we're going into the forest of death for reasons of which we cannot say.
Rangi.
It's technically a thought line.
He's actually really hard to read right now. In fact, what you can glean, he's trying to get a read of you.
Fuck.
Man,
Wish I
that's
could
the
ask all
best
this.
That's the best insight I can give you.
I feel like sitting in front of looking at a VN with like a choice on screen and thinking about it.
You're not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
You know, there's like option 1, tell the truth. Option 2, tell omitted truth. It's like.
Well, this music at least. Could
Oh,
be
you could always just decline to say. You don't have to lie.
up to you.
So essentially, you can tell him the truth, try to lie, or just decline
No,
to comment.
No, lying is.
And no matter what you do,
Technically, it's an
Definitely.
option. It just depends on how good you are at it.
Yeah, that +3 fucking. That +0 fucking mod.
you do have most of it with your mind.
Yeah, I think my suggestion is probably the best given the circumstance.
Probably. Because I don't want to omit shit from him. Or
I
just be like,
mean-
no. Then he's just gonna get.
You can be forthright
I-
without, sharing the sensitive stuff, as was noticed, as was mentioned. I mean,
That's why I said we're going into the forest of death for reasons I cannot say.
yeah. That's not a lie. It's not a lie by omission either.
You know what? Bask is a fucking big brain. He would probably say that. Follow Codex's line of thinking as well.
Obviously, change the. I'm just referring to it as the Forest of Death, mind you, but still.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we would. Well, where we are heading would require mithril tools. We are heading to the Forest of Ken.
Without Ken, by the way.
Of a forest without Ken, yeah.
The bloody hell's you what's into that godsend death trap for? You do know that whatever goes in there doesn't come back out, right? He's just kind of looking between you and Thorine at the moment.
We do have methods to prevent us from not coming back. That is why we are heading there in the first place, making these preparations.
Merg then like puts his hand on top of Lucy's head. Yeah, we got this girl. Not that I can say who she
yes.
is, but she's kind of a big deal. Just put it that way.
This little lass? He just kind of squints at her. What are you supposed to be? I don't know. That's what I seem to be, maybe. And Ragam just crosses his arms even further and looks at Neobask. You better know what you're doing, lad.
Otherwise, I would not be heading there. As you said, that place is a death trap. But I do not intend on getting anyone killed. Least of all your daughter. You have my word on it.
Granddaughter, by the way. You know that.
Or grand. Fucking hell, why am I so... I make that mistake with fucking Justice and now with Thordrine. Fucking hell.
Least of all your granddaughter. You have my word on that.
He gives you a long, hard look. Before kind of breathing out of his nose and then nodding. Figure that you wouldn't be the Storm Herald for no good reason. Especially if it happened
Yeah.
recently, as some people would say.
Yes, it did. The mantle may be heavy. I do not intend on getting people killed. That is the very thing I avoid at all costs.
Good. Keep it that way. Anyway, I finished up with most of the tools. Good thing refitting an edge is quick and easy work. Rangren just huffs. Yeah, you skipped the hard part by using me finished work instead. She scoffs in return. I wasn't about to make half a dozen hatchets and machetes. That'd easily take a good 3 to 4 days at the very least. I don't got time for that right now. Besides, I'll pay you back for him later, so quit your belly aching, you old goat. And just walks back into the forge. Before returning with a bundle of hatchets and machetes tied together with some string, and hands them both to you, Bask. You'll be hard-pressed to find roots and vines these puppies won't slice through like warm butter. I'll toss the other girls theirs once I finish with them and meet up later. And you receive this.
Receive
I-
what?
You gonna link them?
You're the one who's doing that. I saw you did it.
What?
I saw you start to copy.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Honestly, since he already knows of us, I don't think it would hurt too much to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And you each get one of these. Well, two.
I don't. Technically,
One
I
of
don't
each.
do that because.
Although you'll get one of these whenever they get back.
I know. I'm just being pedantic.
Plant choppy stuff.
Yeah. Can I install a mithril edge to line Kataiki?
just like tie the hatchet to it and make it a halberd.
It's like, sorry, ladies in the phone.
Oh, I'm sure Cinnabon would be thrilled with her new fucking hatchet attachment.
Molliver,
Yeah, with her new freaking headgear.
Molliver takes his, holds it up to the lighted room a little bit, and then gives it a few practice stabs.
Mark takes a look at the machete and just like taps the edge a few times. Oh fuck! You notice?
Damn it.
He actually cut himself.
Oh fuck!
God damn it! You think this is sharp enough? Holy shit!
Tharna's grins. That's the point.
An edged object having a point.
Well,
It's-
that is sharp.
He did some great work with that one.
Yeah, this will definitely be chopping through anything gets in our way. Based off of what Gerald said, we're probably gonna need these. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ordrin.
Merc then takes the machete
Thank you
and a
very much.
hatchet and just like stashes it in his
Very
bag.
much. Yeah. Molliver stashes his and just kind of like looks around, very intrigued.
Alright, Mary also takes Codex and says, I'll get these used to Codex when we get back.
Thank you, Merc.
Yeah, no problem.
Anywho, I still got more to do, so I'm gonna get back to that. If you need me, you know where to find me. And she
Thank you,
Yes.
Dordrain.
She gives a wave as she goes back in. Rangram lets out a sigh and shakes his head. Anyway, anything else I can do for you lads?
No.
Is there anything you think I left, Phoebes?
I just realized there was
well,
something.
yeah.
I forgot I was gonna do something on my way back.
Good job.
Alright, what did you decide to do on your way back? We'll get to that after this.
I was gonna stop by a botanist for those to deal with all these plant samples I have.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, we'll get to that after the smithy thing is done.
Yeah. Let's see. And Bosk would then look at Rangrim and say,
Will you be able to rest assured?
Of course.
"Inside."
Roll insight.
Le insight. Nej.
That's a 15.
So you look at him and you can actually tell he's trying to be confident, but you can see there's a little hint of concern. Though you can tell that that's definitely because despite his, rough treatment with Thornton, you can tell that he definitely loves her. So it's essentially, you're looking at a concerned grandparent, essentially. But at the same time, confident because you're the Stormhill. So if there's anybody to go charging into that forest with, you're probably the one.
Doesn't help that I'm listening to the fucking Sasha's death theme. Fuck you.
Huh.
The what? Death thing?
Sasha from Attack on Titan. And Bosk would
Curious music choice.
actually just like kind of kneel down so that he's on rank, like on a lower level, so it's closer to
It's kind of
Wrangler.
crouched down a bit.
Yeah, like kneel, crouch down. Goes. I wasn't blessed by Lady Doriora, no, for nothing. I can tell. I'm not that good with people, but you can have my head if something happens to her. If that is of any reassurance.
The least of your worries. Not that I'd probably need to. I'll hold you to that, Dragonborn.
Bosk would then extend his arm out. I swear.
And he takes the arm in response. I assume that's for a handshake.
Yep.
Yes.
No, it's for a judo throw.
Ha 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 ha. Good luck.
Thank you.
His grip is, as you find, pretty strong. Maybe a little stronger than you.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, you can tell that this dwarf has got some muscle. He may be old, but you're just thinking like, damn, how strong was this dude in his prime? Holy crap.
Enough to break a fucking titanium like slab in half with his bare hands.
Looking forward to where you're taking her and her gift. Still curious what the Dragon cunt's up to it as well.
Who?
Kind of side eyes more of her.
Ah,
It's got a
you'll
big.
have to ask him. You'll have to ask him yourself.
It's not like he'd tell me. But
Perhaps
only-
later.
it was only some 3 days ago since the last saw each other, and already you're the Storm Herald of all things. Things can only get more interesting from here.
They will. Say, when's the last time you've treated your wife to a meal or a drink? As Bosk stands up.
Merg looks to you with a grin. He's picking up what you're putting down.
What do you have in mind?
Depend on your answer.
It sounds to me like you have a good idea for a place.
But you could pick up around at the Babbling Top. My treat. And hands 3 platinum to Rangram.
As I've said no to a free meal. I'll take you up on it.
Merg
Not
gives a
much.
thumbs up.
Bosk would then step back and give a polite bow at Rangram. Well, I presume we do you guys have anything else? Looks at Mozaver, Merg, and Lucy.
Checks it. I think I'm good. Think we got some shopping to do.
Yeah, I think that's it for
Yes.
here. At least for now.
Yes, we do.
At least for now.
Merg kind of like tilts his head, looking a little dejected. I hate shopping.
You would do well at where I come from. There you do not need to worry about shopping at all.
Well, we have a lot to do, so we should get to it.
Let's go. Let us go.
See you. One of our waves to Trangam. And he just kind of nods you both, and you catch a very slight smile to him as he goes into the living area a little bit.
Jasmine's gonna fucking kill me.
Indeed.
And then
You
Bosk
didn't
would-
offer the people at the city hall. Shame on you.
No!
I'll
Also,
just say you did.
Yeah,
Also-
I would have given.
also,
Let's see,
also
how
as soon
much
as
would
you
that be?
as soon as you close the
And-
door, you just hear me in. Not as in you know, screaming,
Yeah.
but more like
Actually, roll
Call.
insight.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
calling. How much would it cost for City Hall?
How much of city hall are you inviting?
Let's see. I would have just given the receptionist 20 platinum.
Yeah, I will just say that literally everyone in city hall.
Like a pouch.
Just fucking kill you.
Hey, I'm making her business, alright?
I love this. I hate it, but love it.
But yeah, roll insight.
Uh-huh.
Insight?
Natural 20, good
You
job.
can actually tell he sounded kind of exciting and excited. You think, you know, he's been looking excuse. He's kind of had that sound where it sounded like he was like looking for an excuse to treat her to something, and you just gave him that opportunity.
I mean, 30 gold. You can get some pretty good,
said platinum,
pretty
right?
good meals.
Get some good meals, get some good drinks.
Oh yeah, you said 3 platinum. Yeah, gotcha.
3 platinum, yeah. As well as 20 platinum for the City Hall receptionist.
Nice.
Yes, this is how I'm using my fucking...
So
Money
you would...
well spent.
Nice. Good job.
Hey, it's still something that the Storm Herald, like, it's not just power. Like, it doesn't mean that he needs to be like, no, this is my platinum, or I only use this for fucking magic items or something. No. Bosk feels like fucking bad for ripping, like, Thordrine into a place like that.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's also like a bit of a consolation for Rangrim.
Yeah, he gets to treat his wife to something nice.
Kind of at least for a moment get his head out of, you know, the gnawing worry that is there.
Alrighty.
Alright, then we will jump over to Codex.
Yes.
Codex.
As you come up to the pharmacy, which you would know would be the place to take these samples.
Okay.
Da-da. That's alrighty. So, first one thing you enter. You enter the Rocky Pharmacy, and you really met with the slight scent of herbs and various other things that you expect in a pharmacy. You see the shelves lined with various forms of medicine, a couple of pots of herbs and such. You see by the counter further into the realm an extremely surly looking well, let me just show my notes. I also look at this. Where is it? Not that. Lost things. I forgot to put this back, I think.
Good job.
Put what where?
There you go. Halfling woman with short hair. As you come in, you hear the sound of a bit of a chime. And she turns towards you. Welcome. How can I help you?
I mean, I take out all my plant samples. You have use for any of these?
Just squints a bit at you. And waves your... Come here a bit, I can't quite see.
I would have went to the counter that
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Interested on what's going on. The other man comes over. Who's this one again? Who?
We're in the Rocky Pharmacy presently. And that's,
Yeah, I know. But I can't remember who this
yeah,
individual is.
yeah, that wouldn't... It's currently just this woman here.
There's two people.
That's in the other one. That's in the other one, man. Alrighty.
Alright, I don't know why you included this, but anyways, go on.
Yeah. Which ones do you show again? See.
I would have taken them all out from 8.
Okay, he has all but the whatchamacallit.
Whipping Lily?
Boss has.
I have all but the one that was a concerned face.
Actually, wait, did you give that one to Oswald, I think?
I don't know what Boss did with the poison one.
Boss gave it to Rodolo.
I think Rodolo, yeah.
Yeah, Robo has it.
Yes.
Let's see, I just saw it from the inventory.
Yeah, okay, now I remember. Yeah, they had somebody they knew that they could send it to.
Because
Yeah, and then the two nobles also got the pew pew. And Aswell got all the ether potions, right?
Yes, which he promptly marked with death.
Death.
extremely surly looking woman takes a look at the various samples. And, some very interesting finds. Looking to sell?
Sure. Sure.
Well, thank you. Her face still hasn't changed, by the way. And she then just kind of goes over and takes a close look at it. At all of the samples that you give. Finding a couple of instruments to perform some quick tests. And I'm gonna have to defer to Bamban to form prices, because I wouldn't know. I'm not economically minded.
Right here. These.
I don't think you're trying hard enough, Emmy.
I think she's looking at the wrong spot, and the outline is what she's doing.
Hang on.
We're here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I don't know if she's sure.
Right.
Just having fun, I don't care.
As she does that, she pauses for a second and then looks at you. Frankly, I don't know what you expect me to do here. I know my herbs, but that is way out of my league. Out of most leagues, really, seeing as nobody's been able to safely do tests on these. I think that's something else, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's the whatchamacallit thing.
Yes, that is right. That's Weeping Lilies. I was thinking that. So.
Did you send the and then you sent the wrong one?
Shut up.
Because I
It's
would
not on me.
That's the one I wouldn't have.
It's not on me. It's the one
Anyways,
thing you
so
don't have.
how many samples do you have? How many?
I don't remember what numbers I was given for each of these. To be honest.
Oh no, just how
Diff
many total?
episode. That's what it is.
A B D E F
Yeah.
G H I J K L M N N O.
So work on that. Didn't happen.
That's how many numbers? What, like 15? I don't know, I didn't count. No.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Let me take a look at these.
La Ghost Lily.
I'm gonna do these in order. For the sake of simplicity.
Alright.
How many you said it was? 12?
I said 14 total.
Okay.
Between holidays. I don't know how much is in each one of these do jiggers though.
I'm doing math.
I think Emmy can do it.
Anyways,
Shut
we'll
you.
take a short break while I take care of this.
We reconvene. Da, da. Let me look it. Here's some very interesting examples. These two right here. She wants to sample O and J. You're gonna wanna take to a specialist. I'm not sure what they are, and this will be wasted on me. These ones. How will they take to you? That would be about. I can give you 2,000 gold and 45.
Odds again.
There's some pretty rare ones.
He in particular points at the sample that you know to be the ghost lily.
Interesting.
Where did you
So yeah,
find
you
this?
can add 2,045 gold to your sheet.
Where the hell did you find these?
I'm gonna summarize where we found them.
Summarize?
And so since in some seemingly underground ruins.
Yep.
Her face just kind of twists into a little bit of a grimace of some sort. Huh. That kind of skull, eh?
Roll inside.
Okay.
Natural 20, nice.
You can tell looking at her, she's looking at you like you're crazy, as in like take crazy big risks. Like I would not do what that guy's doing. Essentially, think caver. You know how mountain climbers think cavers are insane. Yeah, she's kind of giving you that look.
Hey, who wants to go caving?
No, thank you.
Yeah, me neither.
I was gonna say with a freaking natural 20. You notice that it's not so much that she's surly in any way. In fact, the more Lesnar talk, she's not at all in a bad mood. It just looks like that's what her face is like.
Just gonna
She has
shrug
mastery
at-
level resting bitch face.
I'm just gonna shrug at that, just because. Not like we were doing that alone.
Larry.
You guys really rolled well on the stuff for money.
Okay. Have you... Did you, detract that from your inventory, assuming that you have that on hand?
What ones were this again?
So essentially, you can get rid of all except for sample O, L, and A.
And she said 2,045 gold pieces is what she'd give you for...
Except for A.
Yeah, A, L, and O. She said that those are way out of her league. As in, like, she would feel, like, irresponsible to take them. Like, essentially, like, this is scientist shit, not a botanist.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
So essentially, this is way above my pay grade.
Oh yeah. Also, the way she's speaking, it feels like her facial muscles aren't working properly.
I feel like I gave her a stroke.
Oh yeah, and also, Amy forgot. She would have recommended you to take those to Oswald to essentially preserve them for transport, so they don't wilt.
Right.
I'm gonna take up on that recommendation and go do that.
Nice.
All right, while you're walking over there, we'll jump back to Fads,
Yes.
Use.
But well,
and then we'll get back to you after that.
so leave the one for Smithy. Da-da.
Dadan. Dadan. Dadan.
Mozaver. Mother speaks. Bring us to a general. Can you bring us to a general goods store? Lizard nods and takes the lead once again. And you find yourself making your way to the shopping strip. Take a moment to look around at all the stalls and stands being set up, and find there are several more than the day prior. It's quite apparent that this is undoubtedly a very large festival the people of Berkel, and is taken very seriously. All
Yeah,
the
you're
red
seeing
lights.
that this isn't just like a festival. This is a celebration.
Bosk would kind of just poke Cinephone telepathically and ask her,
Have you ever seen the festival in person, I suppose?
I have taken a peek. Yes.
Hold on.
Suppose you'll be my guide then. You're far more experienced at festivals than I am.
Unfortunately, I would not know how to navigate it either, I am afraid.
He was arrogant until very recently.
Bosch's face plants mentally.
I may have forgotten. All right.
I am ever so charming now, am I not?
We can go with that. Let's just say that it is a good thing that you recently picked up this non-arrogant way of looking at things.
Indeed. It is most useful. You find yourself...
Bosch just kind of finds that funny that she would say that.
Do you look
Considering what happened
around?
to Dependable.
Do you look around as you get to the shopping strip?
Yep.
Alrighty, roll me perception if you like. Huh?
That's
Alrighty.
18.
Alrighty, so go to the far left of the Berkel map.
Yep.
And you see a bunch of different besides the stalls, you see a bunch of different little houses and establishments along the line. One in particular that's much wider than the rest. You notice a
Hold on, I need to
couple.
roll something.
These names are
I
amazing.
completely forgot to roll this.
Good job. Da-da, da-da.
Okay. The park is still there.
The what is still there?
The park. I rolled to see how bad the fire was.
Right.
I would imagine, but
Nice.
at some point someone would have wanted to take care of it, though.
Yep, it is fine.
Wait, so... Wait, who...
Gerald might have drunkenly blasted 2 big fireballs in the middle of the park.
Okay, I was about to ask like who let the freaking what's his face throw a torch into the forest again.
No, that was just a very drunken old
Yeah.
drunken old
No.
orcish man.
That was just a Filipino fucking like. Hey, let me torch this entire fucking forest. Okay, I'm gonna just shut up.
You speed read the
yeah.
signs. Speed read the signs and take a look at each of them. Some of them look in varying levels of condition. You will hear a bit of sound from one of the shops, the Domicile Monga, and the adjacent shop. As you speedily walk past until you find yourselves in front of one of the houses closest to the western gates. In front of an establishment called Great Goods, Great Goods. This is probably a good place to start. I hear their goods are pretty great.
Merge
That-
groans from behind.
If that wasn't true, then this entire building would be the biggest travesty and joke in all of Berkeley.
Okay, who's the legalese expert over here and is gonna say that this is going to be false advertising?
Actually, this a place one. This other place has better.
Hey, it's just
Yeah.
great goods, not best goods.
This should be good. Let's take a look.
Perhaps even great. Let us go and take a look.
You enter the sub.
Understand.
Go on.
What, Emmy?
Yummy. What's you saying?
I said great by whose standards?
Exactly. Great by great goods, good standards.
I'll do this guy.
I'd expected so. You enter the establishment with the ring of a bell overhead. You notice the place appears to be rather busy, with several individuals buying miscellaneous small craft supplies and others seemingly lining up to purchase singular items they might have forgotten in an early shopping trip. A small handful of gnomes work along counter, checking out customers as quickly as they can. A rather portly and cheerful-looking male gnome oversees the cashiers. Upon noticing the bell overhead ring, he turns to you with a smile and a hearty wave.
Well, hello there. Don't see a lot of you Dragonbone folk around here. Always excited to see a new face. Feel free to browse or ask one of these lovely lads or lasses if you need something. Or myself.
We will, thank you.
Or
Or
wait, no, wrong part.
Good job.
I mean,
Much of the hustle and bustle by the counter is halted at the sound of a loud, high-pitched gasp. And as everyone else nearby is looking in the direction of the sound, you find a tiny dwarven girl, presumably with her parents holding each of her hands. She pulls her hands free, looking up at the gentleman she's with before tugging his sleeve and pointing to you, Bosk. Jen speaks in a very squeaky, adorable voice. A teacher mentioned that staff when she talked about the Landfall Festival in class yesterday. That's Kataigeda, the Storm Herald staff. The man cranes his neck back at his daughter before looking in your direction. In that moment, the one with them reaches down and covers the little girl's ears before the man points to you.
holy shit! That really is a Gakagina! That guy's a fucking storm.
And the entire store just freezes at that.
It just jazz music stops playing.
I'm like, is this how it feels to be Keanu Reeves trying to fucking shop for milk on Sunday afternoon?
On the upside, it's not. On the upside, it's not the paladins like realizing that the holy music stopped playing.
True. That would be far worse.
It's Ryan! On my side, it's fucking raw!
And another man in line looks to you before turning towards the other gentleman, folding his arms.
I highly doubt it. That thing's probably not the genuine article. There's been a storm. There hasn't been a storm held for almost a century and a half. Not to mention people have been throwing all sorts of wild claims ever since that weird song last night. Frankly, I think it's made some people go crazy if you ask me.
Wait, who was this gentleman?
It's another guy in the back, another guy in the line behind him.
And then,
Some other dwarf.
Okay.
and then there's
Boss
some
with the-
elven woman in dark leather at the back of the lines, points to Lucy. Sir, considering just who that little elven girl is with him, I wouldn't doubt for a second that man is a Storm Herald. And Lucy waves at the two. Hi, I'm Lucy. Nice to meet you.
Anyways, Fives, what were you doing?
So Boss kind of just listening in and asks mentally from Cinephon that,
Would you mind saying hello? I would rather get this shopping underway sooner than later. Besides, I would like to see his face.
There's no response. Roll insight.
yeah, she's probably just like, yeah, I'm not. No.
Lays in the fun.
Lazy Cinephon.
So essentially, the way you know of the goddess is she's definitely ignoring you. And why she's doing it, definitely to watch you struggle. You're on your own for this one, pal. You can almost see the smirk in your head of hers.
Cinephon!
City, what are you doing?
Anyway, so then just after that, a deep voice calls out from somewhere in the back of the shop that you can't see. Wait, did she just say Lucy? No way, for real?
Hurried footsteps break the silence as somebody hurries to the front of the store while the rather stout halfling man emerges from behind a small stationery of goods. From the numerous musical instruments neatly secured to his person, to the light traveling clothes with several small pouches and satchels, everything about this individual just screams bard. Upon spotting you all, he scans you over before his eyes falls on Lucy. He then approaches her with a nod, which you return with a small wave. He stops to stand in front of her before raising a palm forward and up high. Which Lucy jumps up, bringing her hand forward to meet his in a high five. Though, as her hands make contact with his, a loud chime rings out as twinkles of almost cartoonish depictions of five-pointed stars shoot out, spinning in all directions, before slowing to a stop and eventually fading after a few seconds.
Yup, this is most definitely Lucy. So if she's legit, he's legit. Because there's no way she'd be traveling with a phony.
Malzover's just pointing at you with his thumb and grinning.
Merg's like, trying to look cool.
Thank you, everyone. Yes, whether you believe it or not, this is in fact the real Katagida, and I am the new Storm Herald. Nice to make your acquaintance, everyone.
The halfling man from before gives you a respectful bow, and as does everybody else. In the moment after.
Welcome to Beerpool, Storm Herald. And enjoy the festival. With you present, this year's festival is sure to be a bang. Bars from all over come to Beerpool for the Landfall Festival every year to share in the stories, and sometimes something's telling me there'll be more to be told this year, that's for sure. I think I could speak safely for every bard in town, and I'd say we can't wait to see what happens.
Oh no.
He says that last bit with like a wink pointing at you.
Before he takes a step back with a small wave and heads back to where he came from in the store.
We'll see. I will be intrigued to see the festival with my own eyes as well.
Da, 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 da.
Emmy.
The gnomish man then, from behind the counter, looks around to you. Oh.
Feel good. Great goods. Nice to meet you. What can I do for the pleasure for you, Storm Herald? How might I help you?
kind of puts his hand together, got some looking at you expectantly.
Let's see. What do we need from Great Goods?
Essentially, this is a general goods store, so most general supply stuff.
Let me pull a 5e.
Quick question. Do you guys add Tanglefoot bags to this place?
They would probably have them. I don't remember the exact item, but actually, no, not this store. This store, yeah.
Hmm?
It'd be one of the others. I forget which one.
What are we talking about?
I'd have to look at the map.
Oh, Tanglefoot bags. Basically, you throw like they're in a little bag. You throw them, and then like they explode. Explodes and like throws out goop everywhere.
Oh.
Restricting
Yeah.
the target.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be over in Dunwills.
If we need the
Dunwills hardware
shopping
and
list.
heavy equipment.
If we need the shopping list here.
Yeah, can you link to that shopping list? Because my dumbass can't find it.
I just pinned.
These. Let's see. We already got most of them. Well, yeah. Well, they would probably ask for the rain catchers, then the rations, the fucking barrel, the wheelbarrow full of rations.
Uh-huh.
So those two. On top of that, Bosk would ask for antitoxins and antivenoms.
Would you guys like get some leatherworking tools, just in case you run to animals and want to skin them or something?
Yep, leatherworking tools, weaver's tools.
Keep in mind the prices of those. I'm looking over something.
Antitoxin, like a single vial, is 50 gold pieces. At least according to PHP.
With that being said, if you really think about it, if something is 50 gold pieces, that's effectively $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So all the food. Base would be 75 gold and 5 silver. And that shit weighs 294 pounds.
Yep. So
Rations
Bosk
are heavy.
Yeah. So Bosk hands one of the two available bags of holding to him. I'm like, this you may use this.
So you tell them how much food you wanted then?
Yeah. As in,
Thank you to the brim.
That's a pretty hefty bit of food. You feeding an army or you out in some desolate environment or something?
Unfortunately, close to the latter.
Well, having a good supply of food is certainly important then. Can never be too safe, as they say.
Indeed. Hopefully, all of this is not going to be needed, but yes, surviving in the wilderness is important. Otherwise, we would not need all this.
Oh, trust me, as a hiker, I know it's best to have and not need than not have and need. Something happens, you get stuck. You don't got no food or water. Shrug, you're done.
That isn't. Yes, that would be the end of us. Appreciate the concern, though.
Mind me asking exactly where you're going? You got me a little curious now. Storm Herald doesn't just waltz into any store and buy a whole carton of food without good reason.
The forest without ken.
He points at you. That would be a good reason.
Just a little bit.
Well, that place ain't desolate. I sure as hell wouldn't trust a damn thing in there myself. You know, whatever comes in, it doesn't come out. For all you know, everything's poison in that place.
That is why I'd rather carry. Well, enough supplies for an army than simply for enough for a simple picnic.
Well, considering Stormhill's got business in there, you've probably got some companions coming with you, so yeah, that would explain it. Yeah, let me go get the other rest of the things for you. I'll be right back. And then he goes and collects the other crap. Puts it in the bag.
It's like just
It's like, where are you going? Death. Yeah, you'll need that.
yeah. You'll need everything to survive out of there.
Alright, so that's skinning kit, weaver's kit, any other kit.
Do we need anything else?
No. How many vials is this? Yeah, you guys keep track of numbers because it's 75 gold.
You know, thinking about it, guys, I think something you guys might really would like to find, maybe, is a scroll of create food and water.
They got some scrolls of good bear. They bought a lot of scrolls from Aswald.
Le food. Yes, it's nice.
Okay, so the food, that's 100 and how many fucking rations? 128? 68.
68.
Oh, no. How about scrolls of protection from good and evil?
We
Got
those.
some of those too.
Let's see here.
They got like a fucking Batman utility belt of scrolls.
You can look at the the list.
Where?
Le pinned messages and play. Or in in discussions.
The fuck?
Yeah.
88 hatchets?
No, it's 8 hatchets, 8 machetes. And they're special, fancy ones. Meant for chopping things. You scroll up and play a little bit, I linked them in here.
Thankfully they have
What's
that.
wrong with specifically 88 pot there, Brutal?
It's a lot of hatchets.
Somebody
It's
can
like you can
read.
chop down a forest now.
You know, assuming the hatchets don't like freaking.
Uh-huh. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Let's see here. What else do you guys probably need? So this is how much they already have, right?
That's what they... Essentially, that is the shopping list thus far of what they will be picking up. Plus whatever else.
Yeah. So the rations, the 168 rations weigh 336 pounds.
Yeah, they're a little heavy.
Yeah, they're 2 pounds each.
Yeah. Yeah, Bosk is kind of. Yeah, I'm.
Maybe if you guys would like to, you guys can buy a cart.
I'm at
Well, they got the bag of
117%.
holding.
Yeah. Adding that, I'm 117% encumbered. So.
I'll just chuck that bitch in the bag of holding.
Yeah, the weight from the bag of holding does not.
Yeah,
The
that's why
items,
you
in the bag of holding don't have any weight. You just have
Yeah,
weight
just
within the bag of holding
keep
itself.
track of how much weight's in them, though.
Yeah, bag of holding. Let's see. So 3 bags of holding. It carries how much? 500.
500.
Yeah.
So 1.5 thousand. Or 1,500 pounds.
Yep, that's how much of bag of holding you can hold.
Let's see. So
Yeah, so keep track of what's in it and how heavy it is.
yeah. So let's see.
It's gonna be important.
Actually, I'm just fucking number them. Bag of holding number 1.
It might be an idea to like make just basic character sheets just for the bag of holding's inventory weight.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably not a bad idea.
Make a
allow me.
separate. Yeah.
Allow me. 5. So, whose sheet are you using? Your sheet.
Boss.
Boss.
The boss.
Yeah.
Okay,
boss.
Let me pull up your sheet real quick. Or pull up.
Anyway, so while Rude is handling that, anything else you might want?
Where are the character sheets? Oh, they're there.
6.9.
So how much gold was that in total for all this crap?
But
like
you're in the boss sheet, right?
Bosk CS 6.9.
Okay. Here. In the other holdings, put it over there. You said you wanted you said you needed 3.
Yeah, he has 3 bags of holding.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
More expensive. Well, at least 2 of them were.
Yeah.
Copy. Paste. And
And the first one, as all, was shut up and take the bag.
Yeah, it's like, no, take this.
Bag of holding 1. Bag of holding 2.
We need to add this to the fucking sheet because holy shit, this is handy.
Holding 3. Okay. I'm going to like need to do a similar thing to this over here.
Boss grabs all the rations, just falls to the ground. God.
Like, boss, not strong enough.
Well, you see, you really need an Ernal, not a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Minus some.
Arnold is fucking Hitman pockets with how much he can hold.
Yup. Bag of holding? Who needs that?
A bag of muscles.
Now, this is this is child's play.
You're gonna pause.
With
Hold on, say that again.
Oh, I got another thing.
No, shut up,
Well-
you know. Sorry, but we need to go.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, please. Chalk,
No,
so
I'm
you can
just
get
saying
so you can mark which base you got from.
True,
Magical forest, that ain't gonna work.
but they know that.
Magical talk.
Yeah, we could just like mark the trees or something.
Well, we could certainly try.
You can certainly try. But anyways, so Phil comes back with a bag of holding and just kind of like hands it to you. That's a lot of stuff. Don't really blame you. You're kind of going into the middle of doomsday.
Nothing's enough when you're going there.
Tell me about it. Well,
This is good for now.
thanks for stopping by and thank you for the business.
I'm certain I will visit again. Assuming we don't die in the forest, but...
Well, if you make it out of the forest and no return, you can always come on back. You got yourself a discount. By the way, roll persuasion.
With a +5,
Sure.
I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, +5 from Katagita. +3, actually, because more's of her.
So +8. Come on, give me a nat 20. I feel a nat 20 on this one.
Okay. Mother's gonna be like. Mother's gonna be like.
Now, let me take that. Was total.
14.
If we do survive, I'm sure it's gonna be good for your business.
You got yourself a point. After all, these goods helped you. Kind of gives a grin to Morzaver.
So we're gonna do our utmost to make sure that happens. This is a fine
So
establishment.
you get a 30% discount, so 802 gold.
Okay.
802?
Yeah, so mark off 802 gold.
Gotcha.
And 2 silver.
So let's see. 802 gold, so that's 8. That's 80 gold. Or 80 platinum, sorry.
So he takes the
that-
money from you and kind of winks at you and gives you a thumbs up. Thanks for doing business.
Let's see. 2,702 minus 80.
Oh, see you around. And with that, he kind of walks back around to the counter and helps the others checking out. And pretty much the whole store kind of waves you off, telling you that good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's like just kind of confused.
You notice
confused
a lot of people actually like kind of gathered, and even after they're done shopping, just kind of like walked out of the way and just kind of watched what you're doing.
There's actually a pretty good amount of people in the store right now as you're leaving.
You hear the little girl from earlier go like, kick their butt, storm around. And they're just her parents of course like shushing her.
Oh, no, I can't
Her dad
die.
like, reaches down and she jumps up and gives him a high five, and he's like, "Yeah."
Boss just turns back and gives a thumbs up.
And he gives the cool guy thumbs up, like the anime cool guy face.
Yeah, the no, this is more like the Saitama kind of awkward high five or the thumbs up. Like the yeah, kind of deal.
All right, so now we go back to Codex while you're technically shopping.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 moment.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Also, I'm just going to tutorial because you wouldn't be able to see this.
And you move him into the Oswald map while I'm getting this.
Go. Move Cordis into Oswald map. Yeah. Sure. Gonna put him like. I mean, he's already there, to be fair, but yeah.
You only posted the thing as a memes.
What? I did?
No, I did.
Anyways, don't worry about that right now. We dilly-dallied enough with shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was saying that because you guys looked like you were busy.
But yeah, thanks for the help, Rudu, because to give some suggestions.
Wait, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Me, what about a 10.1 foot pole? I didn't even see that the first time.
Nah.
I mean, this is a longer pole, so maybe. How about an 11-foot pole?
Let's see here.
All right. Alright, so Codex, you head on back to Oswald's with a new goal in mind in regards to the flowers. You walk through the door at the usual magical time over your head. Oswald looks in your direction. Gives you a wave.
I head on over.
Oh, hello, Codex. Hands has seen you back here already.
Just looking for something to preserve these flowers. I take those samples and put them on the counter.
Oswald takes a look at them. And then pauses and looks at you. You got these from the ruins, didn't you?
Nods.
Because I've never seen anything like that. He points to the sample O, the blue dandelion. That shit is weird. As much as I'd like to take a look at these, well, I'm not a botanist so much as I am an alchemist. I use stuff. I don't necessarily find out what they are. So yeah, let me take these real quick. So Oswald takes them and heads back into the back. Leaving you with Tara, who just kind of looks over to you and waves. With a smile. Roll perception.
Perception, proficies. Okay.
Persephone.
That's what the mod is. Exclamation R. Twice. The triangle.
Hey, fives.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Tara.
I have a suggestion for. I have one more suggestion for you for the forest.
Yes.
A fire starter's kit.
Hey Siri. Hey
Good
Siri.
luck.
How do you remote punch an Asian?
They got between them. They've got like 2 presties. They got thaumaturgy. I think someone's got druidcraft. I think they can start fires.
I'll burn the fucking silver leaf.
I also have fireball.
See how you like.
All right,
also-
so after about 3 or 4 minutes, Azel comes on back with a small package. Yeah, this will do it. Got them sealed up here. These won't wilt for, well, about a year. So, unless you're not in any big hurry to get anywhere, these should last you. I recommend you probably take these to Sweetest Florm.
No, it's...
Then again, you already know that. You're from there. Anything else I can help you with right here?
Well, that is all it.
You're like, oh, see you around then. Good luck.
Yep, and now I head back to isolate myself into my work.
And then that was the last thing we saw of Codex.
Well,
Aside
shit.
from when,
And,
aside from
for
when he went
72
out to
hours.
aside from when he went out to get food and drink.
Yeah, you
I'll
literally
hire,
have
like,
just enough time to finish. You spend all waking hours doing it. I'm giving you like 2 hours because fuck it, why not? Good enough. You sit down for 3 fucking days. Yeah, you can have a few hours.
I'll hire like a servant to like bring Codex food and feed him, so he doesn't have to interrupt his.
Haha.
All right, so then we let's see, right,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm take care of this.
I should ask.
So with all your shopping shenanigans out of the way, Lucy then turns to you.
Okay, where's the next boss? She says, giving Bosk a small salute.
Bosk.
Bosk.
Hold on. I'll edit it up a bit.
Let's see. I think next would probably be the church, right? Kurk. Or no, not the Kurk.
What?
Yes,
That'd
the
be the
Kurk.
Church of the Sisters of Storm.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Yummy?
Huh?
Yummy.
What?
Remember the problem with...
There.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You make your way back across town to the busy streets without delay, and you soon find yourself in front of the Church of the Two Sisters. As you reach the steps, Lucy hesitates for a moment. She looks up to the church, particularly the south half of the building, before bringing a hand to her chin, seemingly in thought. Up here. This is a really nice church. Its architecture's very well designed. She trails off, tilting her head, as if seemingly examining it from several different angles. She then shrugs.
Kind of looks up at it. Or at them. And goes like, just takes the architecture in, and like, holy shit.
Roll perception.
Because this isn't any small church, I imagine. Well, it's yeah.
Look
This
at
is a very big building.
the building's size relative to you.
Well, not only that, it's big. It's tall.
Uh-huh.
big.
So
What do
you're
I
not
get
the
with,
you don't know the most about architecture,
That's not exactly your field of expertise, but it certainly does look very nice as far as aesthetics goes.
As expected. It does look really nice. Not that I'm an expert.
Roll insight.
It keeps getting worse.
Yup.
Lucy seems interested in the church.
Hide big. What?
Anyway, shall we?
It's from Aino's campaign. I mean,
After you, Mr. Storm Herald. You are most certainly the guest of honor here.
and Bar's gonna just close his eyes and takes like a moment to breathe in. It's like, okay, just chill for a little bit. And then takes a step in. Through the double question mark doors.
Which side do you enter? Do you enter Doriano's side first or Xenophon's side first?
Xenophons.
Alright. So,
Alright, Emmy, so these, but Xenophon.
go into it. You've all been in several churches before.
Alright, here.
Moving to the
South end.
south end of the building, you find a pair of large double doors with storm symbology decorating them, the archway around them. Passing through them, you're met with a sight that is absolutely stunning.
1 second.
Emmy's hiccup.
Cute. Emmy, stop being so damn cute.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Alright, continue.
You all have been to several churches before, but this is something else. The overwhelming majority of this side of the building appears to be one singular, massive open room. Several rows of wooden pews line both sides of the church. The craftsmanship of them is truly remarkable, and it is easy to tell even at a glance that whoever made these spent a great deal of time on the details of the engravings. The ceiling appears to have one singular mural depicting the Skybreaker in the foreground, and the Storm Queen right beside her. Behind them is a surprisingly accurate backdrop of the Astral Sea. It's so accurate that you really suspect whoever designed this mural must have visited it. However, you only know this because you yourself have seen the majesty of the Astral Sea. Along the walls of either side of the room are ornamented pillars of stone with numerous depictions of Xenophon on them, between absolutely massive and elaborate stained glass windows. Each window shows depictions of the sea and the sky.
Should drink some water, Emmy.
I am. Together
Drink some
telling a
water.
tale through imagery
No.
of 6 large
Drink-
seafaring vessels. First window appears to depict the vessel's departure from a bay surrounded by mountains. The next window shows them sailing over calm seas. Then, the following window has them sailing into a large storm on the horizon. The window after that is exceptionally impressive, depicting absolute chaos as the vessels fare through them what you greatly suspect to be the seas of the no more. Within the skies are streams of lightning of multiple colors, and clouds that shimmer almost like rainbow starlight. This imagery immediately strikes a chord in all of you, as this ambient shimmering down reminds you of ether. Shone reminds you of ether. The story on the next window is grim, depicting the fate of the first vessel lost. A cataclysmic wave of epic proportions rises up, several degrees of magnitude larger than the vessel before, crashing down on it. When the panels containing the wave passes, only a panel of stormy ocean remains. The following window shows the fate of the second ship. A massive creature coming out of the depths of the front of the vessel, far larger than the ship. The next few panels show the creature swallowing the ship before sinking back beneath the waves. You can roll nature with disadvantage if you wish to try to determine what this creature might be.
Music choice, fucking 11 out of 10, by the way.
It's from one of my favorite visual novels.
That one did a good.
I have heard good things of Fatal 12. What the fuck was... What is nature?
Yeah,
What-
this is nature at disadvantage.
I know this is the visual novel where they split the gun into 3 parts, alright?
No.
You're never gonna let it go, are you?
Would you?
No, I wouldn't.
So there you go.
No, L1, so that's 8 plus 8, which is 16.
What?
16, not 21.
Oh wait, so wait, what happened? What, you used the wrong modifier?
I rolled an advantage, not disadvantage. I rolled in fucking music stuff.
Good job.
There we go.
Why are you giving the visual though? Nice. I'm gonna have.
Why am I,
Disadvantage, gotcha.
Emmy, why am I in the music channel, you ask?
I thought that was off. I was like, wait, where? Huh? On the wrong, what is this?
16
Nature.
as well. Twin 16s.
You all look at it and you have no idea what that creature is, but it's fucking big.
What it means.
Actually, wait, no. Add 1d4 to this roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna show you guys this because I'm gonna forget it every fucking time.
Sorry. Just wanted to
Well
say.
then,
Okay.
Someone missed a nat 20.
that was Merg.
Fuck.
No.
3. So that says 19 on him.
What's the extra 1d4 from?
The thing that we keep forgetting.
The thing you keep forgetting?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna show it because I fucking don't want to forget it every fucking time.
You say it's fucking big, but is it high big?
It is like hard big times 2.
Ooh,
Big!
that is big.
Emmy, say big.
Big. There you go.
Yay!
Hey.
Emmy, don't stop being cute. We love you.
That's
No.
like- that's
And
like an-
this is
yeah.
what I want you guys to remember because me and Emmy keep forgetting because, yeah.
Don't worry, I probably won't remember.
Roll a
Five, zero.
d4
Say it's
Fibus.
incentive to not let her die.
Fibus. Roll d4 Fibus.
Oh, this
I
thing.
did. Ah, right.
Oh, you rolled a 1. 17. Okay.
Wait, who rolled the 1?
Bussy. I didn't see it.
Ooh. Okay, I love
So if you're
Halfling
within
authority.
60 feet of her, you have halfling lucky.
And if you're 120 feet of her, you have, well,
Guidance at all times.
yeah, just remember that guidance only applies to ability/skill checks.
Yes.
Fun fact, that also applies to initiative.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, it does.
So yeah. So as long as you're around her, she gives you good luck.
Luck good.
Yay! Okay, we actually need to get like a fucking toddler harness and attach her to freaking either Mozart
Yeah, notice it.
or
And friendly
boss.
creatures of your choice within 60 feet of you, other than yourself. Hint, hint.
Yeah. Which means that she has bad luck.
Let's see. I missed the rolls. Did you roll the 1d4 for Moldover?
Yes, I did.
Just...
So he actually knows what it is. He made the other DC.
Ooh.
Alright,
Alright, so you want to read that one.
Oh, wait, Fives, where'd you guys put the rest of the equipment and items?
I just slapped it in my inventory, I think.
Oh, you didn't put it away. Gotcha.
No.
Yep.
It's almost hard to
Oh.
believe due to the sheer size of it, as it is much bigger than it should be, but you do believe this to be a creature, to be some sort of species of animal known as a whale, which are absolutely massive, but not nearly this big. There are stories of such creatures attacking ship, but these encounters are documented to be exceptionally rare, with the overwhelming majority of whale sightings apparently one to have nothing to do with ships. So to see one not only attack but consume a ship is rather alarming. Most of I can only imagine what it must have been like to be one of the people on other ships to have watched that happen. And God's have mercy for those in the ship itself that was swallowed. The next window depicts the fate of the third vessel. It sails into a large rainbow cloud of what you suspect to be ether. Coming out of the other side, it appears the parts of the ship are now simply missing, almost as if they had dematerialized. The next few panels show it slowly sinking as it crosses a storm before making it out to the other side. The last panel shows it sinking with several smaller emergency evacuation boats rowing towards land not too far away, relatively speaking, from the sinking ship. The window depicts the remaining vessels safely making landfall and numerous dwarves exiting the ship, venturing out to the lands beyond.
Was it the last window?
Yeah, the last window.
So as you take in this magnificent church, what do you do? Oh yeah, and there's a small handful of people around. You imagine that mass has probably ended, about 2 hours ago at this point, because it's now a little bit past noon. Actually, it'd be close to about 1 p.m. right now.
That's kind of terrifying. But such a beautiful set of windows.
Mary looks more like, you know what that thing is?
Think it's some sort of whale?
Ray chugs. Fish ain't exactly my specialty, so I'll take your word for it. It's fucking big, whatever it is.
It's putting it mildly.
Bosk would attempt to tap at Xenophon again.
What do you think of this? Or rather, how do you reminisce this?
After a few moments, you hear her voice. It was a difficult time. It took most of our efforts just to save this one. For the ships were passing in and out of the storm of ether. Or rather, for the storm of ether was passing in and out of the plane. So safeguarding these travelers was a arduous task.
Wait, off the plane? What plane?
She's saying essentially that it was difficult for them to protect the ships because ether was leaking in and out of this plane.
Ah.
So
right.
there's ether in that storm. So essentially they can't do a lot about that because they can't manipulate ether.
Right.
And that's another thing to take note, that there is ether bleeding into the No More.
Yeah, that's what I was
Which
thinking.
is a
like,
little
wait.
concerning.
It's like, wait, we haven't heard of that before.
It's like,
What?
that's a detail that's kind of important.
That is something to keep in mind then.
And try
Thank
as
you
we
for what you-
might, we could not save the others.
There is...
So 2.5 ships made it.
is indeed regrettable. You did what you could, however, I imagine.
Yes.
There
Our
is no
combined
need to regret
strengths
it.
it was through our combined strengths that we were able to safeguard at least this many. Yet, the great divide, the regrets that I have of it, it is difficult to manage at times.
Yet you do. And look at this. This church is an utmost show of respect by those who you did manage to save. I imagine that the ones who did pass hold no ill will either.
They truly are worthy beacons of faith. It is something that I can never cease to thank them for.
Then don't.
And Bosk would just kind of walk forward while looking at the mural, trying to get a grasp on how she feels about this, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, a elven man actually approaches you. Oh, hello everyone. Good to... Oh. He looks down to the Katagita. It's a pleasure to meet you, Stormheld. And if I am not mistaken, you also happen to be the divine champion of the Skybreaker, yes?
Both correct. A pleasure to make your acquaintance as well.
No, sure, the pleasure's all mine.
Bosk's snout gives a light smile as he cuts
Call me
himself
Finn.
off. Finn?
Finn. Finn.
Now, if he were a land druid, he would be Finland.
The floor is yours, Bask, Mosaver tells you.
I'm the head priest of the church here of the Skybreaker. It's a pleasure to see the Stormheld here and champion of Xenophon. What brings you here to our humble church? In glory of her name.
Can I just can you just hold like a mass? I can just listen to this music and you holding like a mass in that voice. That would be like much better than this session.
What? Excuse you?
Yeah. Just I
I'll
don't
get
know.
distracted on the music. Just give me time.
Come today together for the Skybreaker. Blessed upon she who watches over us. Anyways,
This is too good.
Hold on,
yeah, so
hold on.
he stands there looking at you
see.
expectantly.
Wait, can you say it again? I completely fucking missed it.
He essentially
What
asks,
did you
to
ask?
what does he owe the pleasure of the Storm Herald and the champion of Xenophon?
Why are you here?
Welcome to
Right,
the
what?
here in the
right.
humble church of his lady's name.
Right. Why we here? Why we here? Basically.
What the fuck you doing here? You're high profile.
Okay, there we go. That's more like the language I speak. Okay. Let's see.
As much as I would simply enjoy spending a little bit of time here taking in the magnificent church of my lady, there is some business that we must discuss. We are heading for a rather dangerous expedition, and I was wondering if I might be able to procure some materia as per assistance for said excursion.
He pauses for a moment, looks at you, and looks at Merg, looks at Morzaver. And then he pauses at Lucy, giving her a very quizzical look.
Hey,
How did you get in here?
I just walked in.
You're not supposed to.
Ah,
He shrugs. Huh. Well, they'll call you the goddess of exploration for nothing.
I'm just a girl seeing the sights. And these are my buddies. Help me do that.
He kind of just like gives her a pointed frown. Quite.
Worry not, she intends no harm.
Mm-hmm.
I shall vouch for her.
Is the Lady Skybreaker present?
And Bask will talk to the Gatai Gira. Or the Cinephone.
I imagine you are.
Yes.
She
Hello.
is, yes.
He then kneels down, takes a knee, and pulls his arm over his chest, similar to how Wandering Wind did. It's a pleasure to see you again, my lady.
It's a pleasure to see that this church has been well maintained as well.
Of course. Definitely keep it in the best shape that we can. But I'm just making sure that these individuals, safe for them to calm down, yes?
Indeed. As always, I'm ever grateful
that
for your
one?
service.
He points to Azimuth.
He was asking why that one is there.
And confirming if Azimuth can come down. Because it's just like, this is a little unusual.
A little.
It's like, oh, actually, roll religion, all of you.
Right. Alrighty.
Oh, wait, no, just you, because you're
Le
here.
Busque.
That would be
27.
See, you know that it is a well-known fact that churches, especially primary churches of deities, are effectively sanctuaries from other gods. It is very well known that they cannot enter, they cannot scribe, they cannot do anything to these churches. And so then you're just like, wait a minute. How the hell did she get in here?
yeah.
Because
Bask
she
freezes.
shouldn't be able to.
Bask freezes at that. It's like
Worry not. Worry not. At this time, there is no goddess stepping into these sacred halls.
He shrugs. If you say so, my lady. Very well then. Follow me. He then gestures for you to follow.
Bask gives a polite, subtle nod and follows.
You move to the back. That's over by the podium, but off in the corner from the stage. You see a small door.
Keith.
He opens it and waves you on through to follow.
And we do so.
And it's a bit of a long corridor that stretches across the length of where the stage and pew would be. And about midway through, you see a set of stairs on the left. And it's a spiral staircase.
This is so fucking cool.
So you start going down the staircase
Huh.
for a good while. You know, probably. Actually, roll intelligence.
It's like, how many miles underground are we?
Well, counting steps is not exactly your specialty, but you think you went down at least 5 or 6 flights of stairs?
Huh.
And then the area ends, and as you get out of the stairwell, you see that it abruptly stops at a wall with a big mural of Xenophon on it. And to the left and right of it, you see like stationaries of candles, like lots and lots of candles. You can see that this is definitely a private prayer altar. Roll religion.
I don't want to say anything because I feel like that I would be tarnishing this sacred hall.
Come on. You is the Storm Herald and Skybreaker champion, so.
I know.
Yeah, you are Xenophon's number 1. Dorino's number 2. You're kind of a big deal.
Yep.
Well, you're number one
No.
and a half.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, I'm like 1.3. Then there's 1, which is the wind.
So you see this and you just think, wow, you've heard about these before, but you've never seen one, obviously. That at head churches, there is a private altar to the gods themselves. And it is said that praying at these particular altars, the gods or goddesses themselves can hear you.
Well, that's a bit contradictory. Okay.
What?
No. It's like... And Bask would then, still holding Katagira, walk up to the altar slowly and essentially take a knee for a moment and close his eyes and send a prayer, despite the goddess literally being right there.
You actually hear a chuckle in your mind. You think she might get the irony.
What an amusing practice.
A holy altar dedicated to the goddess herself is still just that.
Indeed.
There is a different nuance. Would you not say, Lady Xenophon?
I suppose I cannot argue with that.
So Finn then walks over in front of the wall of the mural and looks over you. You all never saw this. And he reaches into his robe and pulls out roll perception.
Right.
He reaches into his robe and he pulls out a key card. And he takes it and then runs it underneath one of the candle holders. And the mural begins to open. It parts right in the middle, seamlessly. It's actually surprised that you didn't notice there even being a seam in the mural. And it opens into a door. A room. Small square room.
Maldo puts a hand to his chest and goes, "Don't worry. Good bard knows when to keep his mouth shut."
I didn't see anything, I don't know anything. Merg says.
Lesmer, is this a confessional?
Something a bit different.
Alright, let's see, let me find it.
I want to see this. This is like.
And
like
we'll
that
take
for
a short
one
break while I get this fixed up.
We can read. Veen. Almost made it through that word. So, you be the decider of what applies here.
On. Like, I hate having to do all these things at once. I have no idea how you do this, Rudo. I'm just trying to do 3 things simultaneously.
Okay, I need context. What are you talking about?
Trying to fix the map, trying to get music, trying to narrate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't do all 3 at once.
Because multitasking Asian?
Yeah, that was the first thing that surprised me as well. I had no fucking idea how the hell you managed to pull any of that shit together. Like
No.
when I first DM'd, I just fucking burned and crumbled to a crisp. And he's
Yeah.
like, Rudo, like, I think I even asked you, like, how the fuck did you do this? And you're like, huh? I'm like, no, don't just me. That's not the fucking answer.
That's the thing though. It's like I just do it.
How?
Here's a demon. this way.
ADHD is not kind.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
This is
we'll
like the
continue
fucking-
now.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway,
My
so once you all
ADHD
walk
made
into
me-
the room, there's a panel on the side next by the door. There's a button. Finn walks over and presses it, and the door closes. And the next experience you have is fucking bizarre. You feel the floor below you move up really quickly before start going down. And this is one hell of a sensation. This feels really fucking weird. Barry says.
Okay, is this the fucking Sekiro elevator to Senpo Temple?
Probably.
Something like that.
Quiet,
maybe.
you.
Yes, please.
Throw cashews at you. Alright, let's see. So, after a good 20, 30 seconds or so, you find that a door opens, but not the one that you were all looking at, the one behind you.
Awkward.
And so, as it opens, you look into the hallway and... Fuck, I gotta do math.
Wait, what? What does that have to do with this?
Opens up. There you see ahead of you a hallway that is very reminiscent to the AAL rooms. However, the floor tiles are sleek black, almost reflective. And you immediately see on either side of you as you come look in, there are guards, which are similar to the TAS enforcers, actually. Very similar. Just different colorations of uniform. And they have weapons similar to the TS guys.
There's a new map.
This
called-
all of a sudden feels very nostalgic.
In the worst possible way, I imagine.
There's a new map called the Church of the Skybreaker.
Like the fucking... Yeah. More like the goddamn... fucking Pentagon. I don't know. the
Pentagon's totally not under the Skybreaker Church.
Yeah, that was like the first thing that came to my mind. This is the Pentagon. Finn, apologies for my ignorance, but would you mind enlightening me why are we seeing what we are seeing currently?
He pauses for a moment. How to answer that? Well, you don't seem too surprised, so I would assume this is not your first time seeing a scene like this. You didn't
No.
react strong enough. So you've been to an AAL room, haven't you?
or
Miles
something
away.
similar.
Yes. In fact, we're heading to another one very much in 2 days.
Well, let me put it this way. The higher-ups within the Church of the Skybreaker are very inclined in regards to our love for Magitech, so to speak. And, well, since the last few centuries, we've been gathering them together. And once Miracle was formed, Lady Skybreaker took this opportunity to build a new church. One that's a lot more secure.
I
And-
forgot that she's a fucking... Okay.
Essentially, what we've been doing is just effectively trying to beat the TAS to stuff as far as Magitech goes.
Would you happen to be in cahoots with the nobles in town?
No, they are not aware of this. Nobody is, actually.
What can you give us?
We shall see about that here in a moment. Although, follow me. And the way for you to follow, then walks it to the...
It's like...
Definitely very, very appreciated.
So as you walk in, and this feels like it's very similar to the TAS ruins as far as everything, but like I said, what really strikes you is the tiles, because you have no idea what they're made out of, but they're reflective. Like you can see yourself in them, almost like it's a black mirror.
Malzova just
God,
whistles appreciatively.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, my double chin.
So as you walk by the little area, it looks to be a receptionist, kind of looks up and waves. Morning, Emma. Well, actually, no. It'd be good afternoon now. Gonna pause this for a moment. So you can continue on forward to the next door.
Yeah.
Waves a hand
Boss,
at the
boss
TV.
would have given a slight bow at the receptionist as well. Emma, right?
Yep, he referred to her as Emma.
Okay. Finn and Emma.
So the two guards at the entrance, they both kind of salute this guy. Roll insight.
Fucking dependable 2.0.
Nice.
See, the way that these people react, not just these guys, but everyone so far, they kind of snapped to attention when this guy walked in. You think that this guy might be kind of a big deal. Like, more so than just, head priest big deal.
Hmm.
In
Head
fact,
priest of Cineform's main church.
roll wisdom.
Well done.
The way that they're reacting to this guy is similar to how followers of Dorian react to you. You have a hunch that this guy might be similar in station to you, but for Xenophon.
Ah.
Because they're showing him a lot of respect.
Oh shit.
You and I must share a fair few similarities, Finn.
He looks at you with a grin. Good eye. Not bad at all. Well, yeah, I guess you could say I'm effectively what you would be to Doriana, as the Storm Herald. Though seeing as her church is, well, not in the best shape as far as how many followers and how many churches there are. She has me even stay here to keep this place safe.
Well, hopefully her church will get a lot more accolades from people.
So I've heard
That
from the
is-
grapevine that there's a small group of people doing a bit of work to help her out. I'm going to assume that it would be you all, considering the situation.
Her plus, well, a certain other, well, if we are to be frank, dying goddess.
He kind of raises an eyebrow at that. And as he walks up to here, one of the guards swipes something by the door and it opens into a hallway. And you notice here, there's a very beautiful fountain in the center of this room. And in each room, there's guards. They look kind of bored.
Oh my god, just this aesthetic is so good.
Oops, I forgot something. Bloop. So he'll walk around the fountain, much like the room before. The guards all salute this guy. And you walk up to this next room, and that one opens up to you. Counting squares.
Always great.
Alright, so this door opens, and this one is a much longer hallway.
Oh.
With several more guards. You're actually a bit surprised at just how well guarded this place is.
Yeah, this is like Bosk is slowly understanding just how deep they are, so to say. Both physically and bureaucratically.
Well, this is definitely impressive. Whatever's down here, it's gonna be real good.
Yes.
Definitely need protected, that's for sure. All the stuff can't get up to the surface. Other things are being researched. Because unfortunately, that lady cannot give us clues in regards to most things. We gotta figure it out ourselves. But that's just how it is.
Sounds about right.
Okay, as you get to this door, though...
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
As they're walking, Bosk would address Finn. Then, assuming, would I be then right in assuming that you are a sort of an unaffiliated third party? You clearly attempt to pull a fast one and trump the TAS, but what about the challenge? What is your affiliation and alignment in regards to them?
As you said, we effectively remain neutral. We're more like keepers than gatekeepers. We
Would
just
you
sort of
be-
hold on to stuff.
Would you be willing to take a side?
He pauses. Yeah, I don't think we could do that, because technically we shouldn't have most of the stuff here anyway. It simply remains because it's effectively, I guess you could say, it's waiting for its time, so to speak.
I see. It just so happens that the Magitech lead of the challenge project is currently in town.
So I
Certainly you
heard.
know of this. She would be very interested in having a take a look at this.
And I'd be very interested with keeping her out of here. He says that with a smirk.
So I thought.
So as you reach this door, this one actually very reminiscent to the containment center door, actually. Very slowly opens. You realize this is a thick door. Roughly about the same. Roughly about the same as the containment center door, and it opens just as slow.
Oh my god.
Well, we've seen this
What?
before, haven't we, Bask?
Yes. And what followed was not good.
Or it kind of looks at Finn. There wouldn't be anything here that's gonna like mess with our minds or anything, right? It kind of gives them a look like, what?
No, there's no creatures here, I can assure you that. It's just strictly Magitech research.
Was a fair question. And then Moldova just shrugs.
There's like
Oh.
there's like a slight exhale from Bask of relief. Just like thank God.
I'm getting a bit curious. I
So
really-
this one opens up to pretty much an identical hallway to do what you just walked through. Actually, perfectly identical.
And thanks so much for showing us in here, Finn.
And you continue walking through.
Oh my God. This
What are
Wait
all
until you
these-
see the whole place.
What are all these side corridors? I assume research. I assume spaces dedicated for research of Magitech.
Yeah, there's northern hallways at least, where we are going. Back at the intersection of the fountain. The other sides are for other things, such as storage. Another one is testing. But this area in particular is research, hence the he kind of hold his arms around to all the fucking guards. Since the, bit of security.
You see Lucy just waving at one of them. For a moment.
Oh, and you get to this door, and it opens very slowly, much like the other one. Once you notice, the one in the back begins to close as this one before. It works exactly like Containment Center, actually. It's kind of surprising. Although this one opens into a much smaller room.
Basic security.
Very basic. This
No
is
standard
easy.
security.
Yeah. Armed with fucking AR-15s and fucking juggernaut body armor.
You notice actually these guys look to be roughly the same outfitted as TAS is.
Hmm.
Hey, roll wisdom.
Nah.
Wisdom?
Yep. Looking at this place and looking how secure it is, you're beginning to think that these guys might not have everything that he could be using.
Yeah. Okay.
At least they're not stormtroopers.
And so as this door closes behind you, you see these two other guys.
At least they might hit. Kinda.
Oh yeah. You should see their step lock.
Just some big fucking letters. Death.
Yeah, so this door then kind of walks up to it, and he approaches it on the side next to one of these guards. And he takes out another key card, although this one is black, jet black.
Huh.
And this other guard actually walks up to him.
Oh.
Both the guards take a look at the card, look at each other, nod, hand it back to him. Then looks back to you guys with a shrug. Can never be too safe. And passes it over the thing that's right by the door. And then this thing opens. Very slowly.
Are we talking like the freaking 18-inch thick fucking secure door, or like something faster? Or like a bank, what do you call it?
You think that this thing's slow because it's heavy.
Huh.
You catch
It is
Moziver.
thick.
You catch Moziver clasping at his holy symbol for a moment.
Hold on, let me find something real quick.
Morzever. Are you anxious?
Just a tad.
Well, I cannot blame you.
Ozzy can't wait to see what's behind those doors.
Yes,
Trying to find the damn thing.
certainly something good. We'll need all the help.
Multitasking for the lose.
Yes.
So the door opens very slow, and as you do, you notice that this door is like really thick. You think back to the containment center down in the AAL. Yeah, this thing's bigger than that.
Oh my god.
You'd say it's probably a good 6 to 7, maybe 8 inches thicker. And you immediately can tell whatever's on the other side of this door, they really don't want coming outside of the door unless they wanted to. And you, as you're able to go in, you realize that this room is very different. The floor tiles actually appear to emit a bit of light, giving this whole room to glow very brightly. It's actually gonna have to shield your eyes for a minute to get used to it.
Dang, that's...
So as y'all follow him in, the door immediately begins to close behind you. Taking a look around, you see glass displays everywhere, all along the walls, and then 2 or 4 large stationaries in the center. And in this place is just weapons everywhere. Swords, daggers, knives, short swords, battle axes, great swords. And you can tell every last one of these all have a very distinct flair to them. They are distinctly Magitech. You also see several different firearms of different makes and kinds. Some from large, or others large, or some from small to some large. Some of them greatly bigger than even the ones that the guards outside are using. You also see within there like different bits of armor of different kinds. Some with materials you distinctly don't know what they are. You've never seen it before. Suffice to say that this is an armory in every sense of the word.
Good God.
Boss, you're kind of like, think about it for a minute, and you remember the pistol that you had?
Mm-hmm.
This shit looks more techier than that.
Oh my God. What?
You kind of think about it for a moment, and you think, should some of this stuff even be on the material plane right now?
No. The answer is no.
You think that some of the stuff in this room might be more advanced in that civilization. So as you kind of just spread out and take a look at everything, that is where we'll end today's session. In the Vault of the Skybreaker.
We'll pick up from there next time. You just
This is just